So last week we talked about Cubic Games' massive 19th anniversary sale with Friends Untold Tales, and today I'm happy to have Cubic Games as our sponsor once again. We're going to be showcasing a couple of their new releases and highlighting more deals that are currently available. This week's a little bit different as I'll be sharing with you 15 of my personal favourite games from this sale, and many of them they can be purchased for just 19 cents each. In fact, 11 of my favourite games combined, you're only going to be spending right around $4. So we're going to be getting straight into it with the two new releases, and first up we have a dessert DIY. Here you can get creative and indulge your sweet tooth in this dessert decorating game. Choose from ice cream, popsicles and waffles, and experiment with different flavours, moulds, creams, syrups and toppings to create sweet works of art. Use decoration tools then and upgrade your sweet shop by selling your delicious creation to customers. It's launching here with a 50% discount. Pocket Pool Complete Edition is a spin-off from Pocket Mini Golf, and this expanded edition brings together the base game as well as the adventure DLC, and it features 75 unique tables with various creative themes like bananas, watermelons, castles and pirate ships. Things get crazy as you would expect, though, tables with jumps for example, and it supports up to 4 players locally. Also, it's just a great game in handout and it's right now 50% off. Those in the US then can get most of today's games for just 19 cents if they own one of 7 games. That's Dig Deep, Amaze, Run Sausage Run Complete, Sausage Wars Complete, and Loud My Road to Fame. Also, you can own one of the 2 new releases, Pocket Pool Complete and Dessert DIY. If you do download Colouring Book, that's a free game on the eShop. It will lower the price of many of these games, with a couple being just 99 cents. Now, if that's not for you, I would say get Colouring Book in the library still, because it will give you access to these games at around 49 cents instead. Be warned as well, then finally, this sale it ends on May the 11th, so do get on it while you can. So let's get into 15 of my favourite deals then. These are in no particular order, and I'm going to be keeping things quickfire, starting with the Hong Kong Massacre. So your partner was murdered and now you've set out for revenge after leaving the police force. Think John Woo here meets Hotline Miami. It's top-down action, one-hit kills, and basically you'll dodge bullets with slow-motion aerial acrobatics. Just good fun. A few moments I will admit don't work, boss encounters for example, but I had a blast overall with this game, and my full review is in the pinned comment. No discount percentages with the video today as they do vary widely. DungeonTop is a unique roguelike deck builder game then that combines tabletop elements with location placement mechanics, and it offers a fresh take on the genre, and it's just great for newcomers in my opinion. You can build your character with cards and then choose from different classes. The game it features over 800 cards, monsters to defeat and gold to gather. Has this really stunning art style as well. It's very reminiscent for me of Darkest Dungeon, and that will always be a compliment. Blazing Beaks is a roguelite where you play as an armed bird fighting through random levels filled with mutants and creatures. You can pick up powerful artifacts, but they do come at a price. Basically, your greed may lead to your downfall, so yeah, decide what you need wisely. The game has a ton of modes, including story, local co-op, and tournament modes for 2 to 4 players that has you facing off against different challenges. With 10 playable characters then, randomly generated levels and loot, there's definitely a good amount of game here for your cash. The Bit.Tip Series then, and there are 6 games on the system and on sale right now, so the pricing above you see is for each, but I do not think you can go wrong with any of them. There are differences for sure, but they all come back to the idea of rhythm-based action as commander video. My favourite would have to be Bit.Trip Runner. It was the first one I ever played, and you'll be running, jumping and sliding your way to success. These are classics and I had them physically on the Vita, but I still picked them up in the digital editions thanks to the Switch. What Lies in the Multiverse is a 2D adventure game about dimension shifting where players travel between parallel worlds at the click of a button. It features a really unique world here with a cast of quirky characters, and the core idea is to switch worlds to overcome different obstacles. Each level then will introduce something new, so by the end game you'll actually be reversing gravity. As a warning, the story is light-hearted but definitely has mature themes such as death, envy and obsession, so just be warned of that going in. My full review is in the pinned comments. Escape Doodland puts you in a paper-made world invaded by a monster that loves to eat its inhabitants. Your goal is to survive. You'll play as a unique creature with digestive issues, and you're going to be using their flatulence to overcome obstacles and defeat the enemy. So that is right, in this one you'll basically be farting your way to success. Think of it as boosts for jumps and, speed. It is an auto runner though, it's immature, but I really like this. It's definitely an older game now as well. I don't believe I've actually ever spoken to it on the channel, but it's surprisingly fast-paced and difficult. The visual style as well, I do really like. GameDec then is a new release. It's a non-combat, cyberpunk isometric RPG where you play as a detective solving crimes inside virtual worlds. Now the game focuses on character development through decision making and offers the freedom to approach situations from multiple angles. It features numerous virtual worlds, NPCs to interact with, a codex, and a deduction system to unscramble the facts and the evidence. Really, it's for those that enjoy a good narrative and your character evolves based on your choices. I'd recommend checking out SwitchUp's review for this one. I like that video a lot, and it's definitely worth learning more before you do part with that cash. Robonauts is an arcade shooting game with a unique gravity shifting mechanic. You can basically jump between planets, fight aliens, and you'll be saving the galaxy either in solo play or with a friend. I think this game is great. It has colourful graphics, a decent soundtrack, and you'll explore 12 unique planetary systems facing off against a variety of enemies, all while uncovering this kind of diverse arsenal of weapons. It has a couple of difficulty options too, so I do think it is a good one for all ages and all skill levels. Dex has become a bit of a fan favourite since release. It's a 2D action RPG set in a cyberpunk world. You'll play as Dex, a girl with unique abilities who is being hunted by a powerful organisation that wants to take possession of them. Explore this world while evading those in pursuit and customise your character's skills and equipment to fit your playstyle. Definitely a unique combination of elements here, RPG and brawler combat, but the world is quite big and it is fully voice acted as well. It is really well implemented. My only warning with this game is it can be quite challenging. Door Kickers I love. It's a real-time strategy game that lets you lead an elite anti-terrorist squad on dangerous missions, analyze the situation, plan routes, choose equipment, and coordinate multiple troopers to reach the objective. The game features 2D top-down tactical analysis, these non-linear levels, and unlimited gameplay via a mission generator. With no turns or action points here, the game really emphasizes free-form tactics, allowing you to improve and improvise along the way. Really is a game where you need to kind of adapt to its different challenges. Arise, a simple story, is a critically acclaimed adventure game. Here we explore this world while controlling time and manipulating our surroundings. It's all an emotional journey through memories of love and loss, and it really is impactful. Game's just stunning though. I reviewed it here on the channel, so find that in the pinned comment below. And this is the definitive edition as well, so it includes an art book, the soundtrack, and then exclusive to the Switch build, it also features a photo mode and gyro controls. Become the deadliest fighter then in old school Japan with one strike. You'll choose from 7 different fighters, each with their own unique fighting style and weapon, and you will need to master the art of the one striker duel. Challenge friends or the AI with multiple difficulty options, and yeah, it even features different modes, One Life Arcade, Team Duel, and Tournament. If the title of the game didn't give it away as well, the idea here is one strike settles each duel, so you'll need to outsmart your opponents to emerge victorious. Blade of Darkness, full transparency, not completed this, but I know it's a re-release of a cult classic, so I definitely wanted to mention it today. It is a gory hack and slash game where you choose one of 4 characters to save the world from the forces of chaos. Learn combo attacks, slice your opponents into pieces. You can even use their limbs as weapons. Expect here though to explore tombs, frozen fortresses, demon spires, deserts, temples, and palaces. When you pick this up as well, it's surprising how much it clearly influenced many of the games out there today. Badland Game of the Year edition then is a must-own game. It's critically acclaimed, and this is by far the best way to play thanks to enhanced visuals and redesigned controls. A huge amount of content as well, 15 hours of single-player content, and then there's extra modes and levels exclusively for the local co-op. That's 4 players, and it can be competitive as well. It is side-scrolling, physics-based, and an action-adventure, and it has you exploring this forest with a mysterious secret. Looks stunning, plays great, it is well worth the cash. Akane is the game I talk about too much when it comes to Cubic, but it's got to go on the list today when I'm referring to 15 of my favourites. An intense arcade slasher set in a rain-soaked Mega Tokyo, face 5 types of opponents including Yakuza and Cyber Ninjas, and yeah, basically go to war, try and get a high score. You'll progress to unlock new weapons and utilise special samurai skills like Dragon Slash and Dragon Slayer, and these of course take down multiple enemies. Will you be able to survive? That is the question. It's just absolutely addictive trying. Before I close out the video, then I just want to highlight a couple of the games that do get you access to this sale. You know, they're newer games. So for example, A Maze is a new maze puzzle game where you must paint your way across the maze while filling every square. Hundreds of levels and local multiplayer. And then Dig Deep is another new one, and here we're going to be digging for treasure, uncover gems and diamonds while hiring workers to expand your mining tycoon empire. Use power-ups to speed things up, build monuments, and play it locally with friends. And that is 15 of my favourites, and there's still so many games left unmentioned: Mana Spark, Epistory, Splatter, Farces, and that is just naming a few. If you were to buy all 15 games I mentioned here, however, with the extra discount, it's going to be around $20, and that's mainly because GameDec, Arise, and Blade of Darkness, they're all going right now for $5 each. That means there is 11 games for just over $4, which is really, let's face it, kind of crazy. So with that luck, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news, and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.